Confucius, born Kongchu in 551 BCE, remains arguably the most influential figure in Chinese history, whose teachings, collectively known as Confucianism, have profoundly shaped Chinese culture, ethics, and governance for over 2 millennia. His life was not marked by dramatic political power or military conquest, but rather by a relentless pursuit of moral and social harmony through education and ethical conduct. Born into a declining aristocratic family in the state of Lu, modern-day Shandong province, Confucius's early years were characterized by hardship and the loss of his father at a young age, leaving him and his mother to struggle financially. Despite his family's diminished status, Confucius received a rudimentary education, demonstrating an early aptitude for learning, particularly history, poetry, and ritual practices. He worked various menial jobs throughout his youth, including herding cattle and tending to the state granary, experiences that exposed him to the realities of the common people and fostered a deeper understanding of social inequality. His initial career path led him to government service in Lu, where he held minor positions and gradually rose through the ranks, demonstrating competence and integrity. During his time in government, he held the position of Minister of Justice and Director of Public Works, striving to implement his ideals of virtuous governance and social order. However, his progressive policies and attempts to reform the state's institutions were met with resistance from powerful factions within the court, leading to his eventual dismissal from office. This setback proved to be a pivotal moment in Confucius' life, prompting him to abandon his pursuit of political power and dedicate himself entirely to the study and propagation of his philosophy. At the age of 50, Confucius embarked on a 13-year period of travels throughout various feudal states in China, including Wei, Song, Chen, and Qi, seeking a ruler who would embrace his teachings. His travels were not merely expeditions of exploration, but rather pedagogical missions, where he gathered disciples, refined his philosophy, and engaged in discussions with local rulers and scholars. He attracted a devoted following of students, many of whom came from impoverished backgrounds, drawn to his emphasis on moral cultivation and the pursuit of wisdom through education. Confucius' core philosophy revolves around the concept of Ren, often translated as benevolence, humaneness, or goodness, which encompasses a range of virtues, including empathy, compassion, and integrity. He believed that Ren could be cultivated through self-cultivation, ethical conduct, and the practice of rituals and music, thereby fostering harmonious relationships between individuals and society. Another key concept in Confucianism is Li, which refers to propriety, etiquette, and social norms, encompassing the correct performance of rituals and the maintenance of social order. Confucius emphasized that Li was not merely a set of arbitrary rules, but rather a framework for expressing respect, gratitude, and responsibility towards others, thereby strengthening social cohesion. Confucius also championed the importance of Yi, shape, often translated as righteousness or justice, which involves acting in accordance with moral principles and fulfilling one's obligations to others, even at personal cost. He believed that Yi was essential for maintaining social harmony and preventing corruption, advocating for rulers to lead by example and uphold the welfare of their people. The Analects, a collection of Confucius sayings and conversations recorded by his disciples, constitutes the most important source for understanding his philosophy. The Analects reveal Confucius' emphasis on lifelong learning, the importance of filial piety, respect for one's parents and ancestors, and the need for rulers to govern with virtue and wisdom. Confucius believed that education was the key to personal and social improvement, advocating for a system of meritocracy where individuals were selected for positions based on their abilities and ethical character, rather than their birth or wealth. After 13 years of wandering and failing to find a ruler willing to embrace his teachings, Confucius returned to Lu and spent his final years teaching and compiling his philosophical writings. He died in 479 BCE at the age of 72, leaving behind a profound legacy that would shape Chinese civilization for centuries to come. Despite his death, Confucius's teachings continued to spread and evolve, gradually gaining wider acceptance during the Han Dynasty, 206 BCE, 220 CE, when Confucianism was established as the state ideology. During the Han Dynasty, Confucianism was integrated into the civil service examination system, where candidates were tested on their knowledge of Confucian classics and their moral character. This system ensured that government officials were well versed in Confucian principles, reinforcing the dominance of Confucianism in Chinese politics and society. Over the centuries, Confucianism underwent various interpretations and adaptations, with different schools of thought emerging, such as Neo-Confucianism, which synthesized Confucian principles with Buddhist and Taoist metaphysics. Neo-Confucianism provided a sophisticated intellectual framework for understanding the universe and human existence, influencing Chinese art, literature, and philosophy. The influence of Confucianism extended beyond China, spreading to Korea, Japan, and Vietnam, where it significantly shaped the cultural and political development of these countries. In Korea, Confucianism was adopted as the state ideology and played a crucial role in shaping the nation's social hierarchy and ethical norms. In Japan, Confucianism provided a philosophical foundation for the samurai code of conduct, Bushido, and influenced the development of Japanese ethics and aesthetics. In Vietnam, Confucianism provided a framework for the country's social and political institutions, shaping the nation's governance and ethical values. However, Confucianism also faced criticism and challenges throughout history, particularly during periods of social and political upheaval, such as the Opium Wars and the May 4th Movement. The May 4th Movement, 1919, marked a period of questioning of traditional values, including Confucianism, as intellectuals and students sought to modernize China and embrace Western ideas. Despite these challenges, Confucianism has experienced a resurgence in recent decades, as China seeks to reaffirm its cultural identity and promote social harmony. Confucian principles, such as filial piety, respect for elders, and the importance of education, continue to resonate with many Chinese people, shaping their values and behavior. The legacy of Confucius remains profoundly relevant in the 21st century, offering valuable insights into ethics, governance, and the pursuit of a harmonious society. His teachings continue to inspire individuals and societies around the world to strive for a more just, compassionate, and virtuous world.